Applying for a mortgage, here are some things you should avoid doing once you do that. While it's exciting to start thinking about moving, decorating, even finding the house after you've applied for a mortgage and gotten pre-approved, there are some key things to keep in mind before closing. That's what we need. We need to get to closing. Here's a list of things you may not realize you have to avoid after applying for a home loan. Number one, don't deposit large sums of cash. Lenders always need to source your money, and cash isn't easily traceable. Before you deposit any large amounts into your account, discuss the proper way to document your transactions with your lender or loan officer. Number two, don't make any large purchases. It's not just home-related purchases that could disqualify you from your home. Any large purchases can be red flags for the lender. Two, don't make any large purchases. It's not just home-related purchases that could disqualify you from your home. Any large purchases can be red flags for the lenders. People with new debt have a higher debt-to-income ratio. It affects your credit. Debt-to-income is how much debt you have compared to your monthly income. Since higher ratios make for a riskier loan, you, the borrower, may no longer qualify for that mortgage you were able to get even just before that purchase. So resist the temptation to make any large purchases, even for furniture or appliances, and definitely not for cars. Number three, don't co-sign loans for anyone. When you co-sign for a loan, you are making yourself accountable for that loan's success and repayment, even if you are not making the actual payments. With that obligation comes a higher debt-to-income ratio as well. Even if you promise to the lender you won't be the one making the payments, you're still on the hook, and your lender will have to count the payments towards your debt-to-income ratio. Next, do not switch bank accounts. Lenders need, again, to source and track your assets. It's part of their process. That task is much easier when there's consistency among your accounts. Before you transfer any money or change accounts, speak with your lender or loan officer. Next, don't apply for new credit. It doesn't matter whether it's a new credit card or a new car. When you have your credit report run by organizations in multiple financial channels, whether it's mortgage, credit cards, auto, Home Depot, it will have an impact on your FICO score or credit score. Lower credit scores determine what interest rate you get and possibly even eligibility for approval. Here's a biggie. Don't close any accounts. A lot of people get tripped up with this one. Many buyers believe that having less available credit or lower balances make you less risky of a borrower and you're more likely to be approved. This isn't always the case. A major component of your score is the length and depth of your credit history as opposed to just your payment history. So think about that. And also your total usage of credit as a percentage of available credit. Closing accounts has a negative impact on both of those aspects of your score. Sometimes if you've got a lot of credit and you've paid down a card, you have more credit available, and that can be seen as a higher risk. Do discuss changes with your lender if you have any questions. Be upfront with them about anything you've done, whether it's a mistake or something you were unaware of. Any blips in income, assets, or changes in credit should just be reviewed together. View your lender just like your agent as part of the team to help you get where you want to go. Ultimately, it's really best to fully disclose and discuss intentions and what you've done with your loan officer before you do anything financial in nature once you've started this process. So just as a wrap up, before you make any large purchases, move any money, make major life changes, be sure to consult with your lender, someone who's qualified to explain to you how that can impact your credit rating and your eligibility for a loan. We want to make sure that we get you where you need to go. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm happy to help or send you additional information.